we're going to move on to the next section of our startup competition. It's connectivity and data. It includes data and analytics, cybersecurity, software development, connectivity, telecom and IT services, and security and defense startups. And it's all about how entities are connected in the network, ensuring and dealing with enormous volumes of data fast and efficiently. So it's super important for all of our connected modern lives. Okay, just a little reminder, each of the startups has 3 merciless minutes to pitch and impress our amazing panel of judges here, who are going to be evaluating them in real time based on the following 5 criteria: innovation, scalability, team, viability, and that all-important investability. Show me the money. Okay, so our jury is really a who's who of the sector. We are so grateful to have them here. Now, disculpe, mi español es un poquito fatal, so I'm going to do my best with the names, but please forgive me if I get a little bit off. I'm going to welcome to our VIP front row from Caixa Capital Risk, Aleix Perez; from Ciaya Ventures, Borja Rosales; from MasterCard, Cristina Nieto. We've got Damien Balsan from Conejo Ventures and GED Capital. We've got Elena Alcantara from BBVA. We've got Elena Gil Lizosoin from Telefonica Tech. We've got Gonzalo Borges from 33N Ventures. We've got Jaime Gil Delgado from Swan Lab, João Diaz from Armiar, Joel Van Dijk from Begin Capital, Jose Luis Gomez from Bullnet Capital. From Endesa, we've got Juan Martin. From Mutua Madrileña, we've got Miguel Angel Alamo. From Adara Ventures, we've got Nacho Sanchez. From Early Bird, we've got Nina Meyer. And rounding off our power trio, we've got Pablo Fernandez from OpenVio Mobility, Paloma Mas Pellicer from Plug and Play, and Roger Almuni from Sabadell Venture Capital. My dear friends, I hope I pronounced those names almost right. Please give our VIP judges a big round of applause. Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. So not only are they evaluating our startup pitches in real time, they're making the difficult decisions how to mark them against that 5 criteria. But as you will see, my dear friends, at the Next Big Thing stage, they are really coming up with the most ingenious and insightful questions. And this is where you get a glimpse into their expertise, because they're looking for that gap in the proposal, and really, you know, they're trying to find a way to work with our pitches. So this is not only about winning, it's about impressing the judges, establishing these incredible business connections for their future. It's such a big deal, and we are seeing the creme de la creme here today. So speaking of which, we are now going to invite number 1, our first pitcher in this category of connectivity and data, to the Next Big Thing stage here at South Summit 23. They are from beautiful Spain. We're all so happy to be here. The country is Aritium, and Aritium is transforming how hospitals and healthcare organizations operate all over the world by leveraging IoT and AI. That sounds like a fabulous combination. It's our first pitch of the day, so we want you to give him a very big welcome. Please welcome to the stage the co-founder and chief analytics officer of Aritium, Andres Esteban. Thank you.
So, hello, my name is Andres Esteban, co-founder of Aritium. Well, hospital and healthcare organizations are under huge pressure as a consequence of increase of demand and shortage of resources. However, professionals, care and non-care, spend most of the time on administrative or non-value tasks. So it's clear that it's necessary to provide solutions and tools to help them to care more and more patients with the same or even less resources. So if we are using the technology in all the industries, why not in the healthcare sector? So for that reason, in Aritium, we have developed our own platform, the Aritium platform, based on IoT and also an AI to offer global AIoT solution to the hospital and healthcare solution to automate different manual processes, to making better use of the resources, and allowing professionals to have time for more value tasks. For example, we have a solution to automate the measure of vital signs for patients who are in hospitalization using an IoT device and integrating in real time to our platform the data. So on this way, nurses don't have to perform these tasks, and they have time for other processes. So at the end, we are providing 3 key benefits: improve the professional and patient experience, increase the reliability of the hospital, no human mistake, and save time, so save money. The global smart hospital market is estimated to have $60 billion, and our goal is to have a 0.03% of that market. To do that, we are offering our solution as a SaaS, and we have a very clear strategy to go to market. First, we develop in co-creation the solution with the final user to cover real needs. After that, we industrialize those solutions to be ready for the market. And finally, we are offering the solution directly or through partners. From our foundation, on September 2021, we are present in 4 countries, and we have 50 deployments. And also, we are able to process 300 key messages per day. And to 2025, our goal is to expand our solution to the rest of the world and include our solutions to the home patient telemonitoring. The founders team is composed by Sandra Gonzalez, a CTO and who has a previous exit, Ángel Colau, a CEO, with more than 10 years experience in technology and healthcare, especially in digital health, and myself, a CIO with more than 4 years experience in IoT and also data science projects in the healthcare sector. So, well, in Aridium, we believe this transformation is possible. This transformation to change the works in the healthcare sector around the world. So if you want to be part of this transformation or if you want to be more information, here is my contact, and thank you very much for your attention, and enjoy the event. So, well.
Okay, you hold on to that. Muy bien. I like this shirt as well. Little skull and crossbones. Nice detail. Okay, that was Aritium from Andres Esteban, our first pitch of the day. But the big question is, do our judges have any questions? If you do have a question, just hold up your hands. And we have 2 Olympic-trained athletes on either side of the bench who will sprint and give you that microphone. And you can drop your question onto the stage for any of our pitchers. Now, sometimes it does happen. Oh no, we do have a question already. If you could introduce yourself to the room, my friend. Thank you. Is a mic on? Yes, we are. We're good.
Hello.
Yes, muy bien.
Gonçalo Borges from 33M Ventures. I understood that there is some dependency on hardware. My question is, how dependent is the solution on the hardware part? If at any point in time it could be hardware agnostic as well?
Yes, so first, thank you for your question. And yes, we are agnostic for the hardware. We don't manufacture our own hardware because we need to be agile to answer the question of the customer, to develop solution quickly, to cover real needs. And for that reason, we have a network of partners that provide us different type of hardware, different sensors, different actuators, so on, to cover those needs. So.
Great stuff. Brilliant question. We have another one straight away. Thank you. Oh yeah, if you could introduce yourself, the mic is on. Thank you.
Just an additional question. So, in many of the cases in the health tech area, you have quite compliance questions regarding the data. How do you tackle that?
Okay, so it's clear that in the healthcare environment is very sensible, the data, and that we are doing is develop IoT, private IoT networks in the healthcare organization, and the patient data don't go out for the hospital networks. Always are inside, so it's no problem. We can develop our platform on promise.
Fantastic. And we've no more questions, I'm afraid. It's a maximum of 2. You've got to get your hands up early. So once more, my friends, join me in thanking Andres Esteban from Aritium. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great stuff. Yeah, much as I would love for more questions from the jury, we just got to go with the first 2. This goes by. I will look out for you the first the next time. Okay, now, my dear friends, we are going to move on. We're going to stay in Spain, and we're going to meet a company called iGlue. I hope I am pronouncing that right. It sounds very intriguing. It's explainable and intuitive AI that provides high-value business insights to support decision-making. That sounds absolutely brilliant. Please join me in giving a huge round of applause to their CEO. He is Ignacio Gutierrez Peña. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. I'm going to introduce you 2 platforms First, the first one is the AI has two major problems. One is that it's a black box. It explains nothing about how it decides. And the second one is that usability is very complicated unless you have knowledge of programming and statistics. iGlue has developed a platform which solves both problems. First, it's a complete explainable AI solution. And second, it's a business intelligence platform which allows any user to work with the data in order to get to obtain value business insights. There are more competitors in the market doing explainable AI, but none of them include the business intelligence platform. Any company doing AI for decision making is a target for us. For instance, critical processes like a pharma company doing drug discovery with our product, researchers can reduce drastically the time to market and cost of drug or vaccine. Also reputation, also for transparency. Here it's very interesting because European Union is going to pass a regulation in the coming months in order that all the AI making decisions with humans to be explainable. At this moment, our platform will have a demand, will boom the demand. Okay, second platform. It's a platform for how many companies need to search, consult, or extract data from documents without formal structure, such as PDFs, emails, webs, audios, and so on. Okay, these are repetitive tasks, time-consuming, make many errors, and you have to dedicate many resources. iGlue has developed a platform which process, understand, and generate text. It's different to any other generative AI platform in the market because our platform processes thousands or millions of documents at the same time with the result in real time. This is the ROI of this platform is very high. I'm talking about a call center doing Q&As also. Which is the business model? It's for the first platform, subscription is plug and play, the scalability is very high. Second one, it needs initial support, and the scalability is also high. Founders, we cover both sides, the side of the technical and business, which is really important for this kind of business.
I'm so sorry.
No, okay, we have finished.
We got it. Okay, that was the last slide anyway. Fantastic. Big round of applause, Ignacio.
Thank you.
Gutierrez Peña, fantastic. CEO of iGlue. Now, do you know what? Sometimes we have a curveball here just to keep everyone on their toes. That curveball is one question per pitcher now. That's it. You get one question, and that question belongs to you, my friend.
Hi, good morning. Thank you for your presentation. It's Jaime from Swan Lab. I would like to ask you, what are the verticals you're going to target?
For the first platform, we are very focused in critical processes right now, like pharma, for instance, doing drug discovery, and health, diagnosis, disease diagnosis. So we are focused until the European Union passed the regulation. So at this moment, the demand of the platform will boom because all the algorithms will need to be explainable. All the algorithms making decisions about human beings.
Okay, excellent question.
And the second platform is more cross, because it's for instance, for call centers or any company.
Okay, fantastic. We're running a tight ship here today. Okay, thank you very much for that question. Muchísimas gracias. Ignacio from iGlue, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Muy bien. Okay. So we are now going to move on to our next pitcher. The company name is Build38 Mobile App Security. Our judges are busily tapping their marks in and sending them up to the mothership. We're going to move swiftly on. The country is Germany, and Build 38 provides mobile application protection solutions globally. Its technology and services represent the next generation of the strongest app hardening technologies, combined with AI that protects mobile apps from known and unknown attacks. Sounds very useful indeed. We're delighted to welcome the COO and co-founder of Build 38. Please give it up for Joaquin Fernandez. Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon everyone, I'm Joaquin and welcome to Build 38, the security solution for mobile services. Do you know how much time the people spend usually with their phone? 6.5 hours a day. That means that almost everything is or can be done with a mobile device or mobile applications. Mobile applications has become something that is really needed every day of our lives. We don't know even though if they are secure, if they have any issue or running on a device that is totally secure. And a fact of that is that 3 out of 4 fraud cases starts on the mobile devices. And 73% of the applications in the App Store are either malicious or has security flaws measures. But we cannot blame the companies that try to bring new applications secure by themselves to the market, because it's really, really hard to achieve that. In fact, a proof point of that is that usually financial institutions that tries to get a certification usually need 3 iterations of it. And also 7 out of 10 new healthcare applications fail their certification when they reach the security part. But let's put some numbers on these fraud cases. So right now, the average of last year is $3.9 million for fraud case. And that's a lot of money. And in the market, in the global market of that, it arrives to 5.4 billion. And that's why we are here, because we bring a solution, a mobile security solution that is easy to integrate, that is always up to date, and that works in every phone. As you can see, we slashed the development phase and the certification time by 60%, helping them. We're running 99.9% of the mobile devices currently in the market, and we are always up to date with our continuous threat monitoring and global footprint. We have a SaaS model that helps all the companies to protect their mobile applications and be secure. We are Build 38. We were founded in 2018. We have more than 50 customers around the world and focusing mainly in 3 continents. We have 3 offices, Munich, Barcelona, and in Singapore, as we also cover part of the Asian market. And we are currently protecting more than 200 million devices, and we have closed in February this year 13 million in a Series A, being one of the biggest one in Spain. We are Build 38, not 39, not 42. I invite you to search these 3 and 4 because it's a little bit tricky for us. And thank you very much. A pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Muchísimas gracias, Joaquin. That was fantastic. A very shocking statistic about the healthcare apps as well. Very, very important work. But what did our judges think? We've got one hand in the air, and I will look at for your good selves the next time around. That's your question.
Elena Alcántara from BBVA. What's the difference between you and your competitors?
Well, we have a mixed model. It's basically we have a big platform. We have competitors that can only have a platform and they just collect information to protect, or has an SDK which basically charges them by whole application. We have a hybrid model where we can charge by user, but also providing security on the phone and on the backend system of it.
Fantastic. And Joaquin making the most of that answer to impress all of the judges. Please give it up to Joaquin Fernandez from Build 38. Many thanks. Muchísimas gracias. Thank you. Great stuff. Okay, my goodness, we've got a high standard today, but I was expecting nothing less. Our judges are putting their points into the lovely iPads connected with the mothership, and we will be announcing the winner in due course. We are going to stay in the beautiful country of Germany for our next startup pitcher. The company's name is Cellgrid, and they help organizations to make efficient and sustainable location decisions. Sounds very interesting. Please join me in giving it up for the CEO of Cellgrid, Michael Malkin. Thank you.
what's the best place to invest in property, to expand your charging network, or to increase your sales? At Cellgrid, we deal with the question, what's the best place for your business? To answer this question today, people would need first to collect the data across dozens of different sources. They would need to somehow check the quality of the data. Then they would need to harmonize all these different formats into one single representation to work with it. And in the end, they would still need to manually search the map for the best locations. This is a very cumbersome process, and in fact, most time in location analysis is only spent on data preparation. And in fact, that's a cross-industry problem, since nearly every offline industry needs to somehow optimize its location decisions. We have started with real estate because the data generated there can be reused very well in other markets, if we think about pricing layers or building footprint data. So what we can do to solve the site selection problem is to provide the location search engine, a tool where users can simply input their criteria and instantly get the best locations out for their project, if we think about demographics, nature, or infrastructure. So in the case of an investment in residential property, people would probably need areas that are green, that are quiet, that have a low risk of natural hazards, and so on. And our system could immediately suggest them the best locations to invest in. So why wasn't that done before? We believe that searching the Earth is a crucial asset, but we see that in fact most companies tend to provide a do-it-yourself toolbox. So a platform where users can perform any analysis they like, but the problem here is that often users just don't know what they actually need. So in contrast to that, we provide a straightforward workflow. Simply type your criteria and some intelligent algorithms return the best locations for your particular use case. Also, we don't work at the district level resolution as many others do, but we work at a resolution of up to 30 by 30 meters, which allows detailed analysis at a single building footprint. We estimate that there are 18.4 million yearly real estate location analysis happening worldwide, 1.4 million of them in Germany. And if we would assume a market share of 20% in the next years, that would lead to 280K real estate location analysis being processed by our systems. If we now take these 280K and take our validated pricing of 120 euros per valuation, that would lead to a revenue of 34 million, and I recall that's only in real estate. Today, we are in the beta testing phase. We are working with 4 of the largest real estate companies in Germany who already expressed the willingness to pay for our data. We will launch the product in the next months, and our aim for the end of the year is to acquire our first 100 customers, after which we plan to scale into other countries. We are currently 3 persons. Anna is our CTO. She's an expert in geospatial data science, coming from top European institutions. Daniel has a background in business informatics. He's our COO. And me, myself, I'm a geospatial software engineer as well. We are Cellgrid. We make the Earth searchable. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. That was a crisply delivered presentation. I love it. We have a question already. The one question belongs to, yeah, I think it's probably, if you start, it'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Borja from Seya Ventures. Thanks for that. My question to you would be, what are your data sources other than open source? And also, how do you compare to someone like Carto?
Against Carto was the second question, yeah? Just to get it correctly, yeah, sure. Yes, currently we use mostly open data sources. So currently the value that we create is aggregating these sources, but we are working on AI algorithms that would be trained on real use cases and would suggest the best locations. And that would be the benefit that we bring. It would be kind of a recommendation engine. And comparing to Carto, for example, or other services, is, as I said, they usually provide a toolbox. So you get a platform, you can do whatever you like, but often people just want to get instant answers. And that's what we are doing. So just type your criteria and our kind of recommendation engine returns the best location for your project.
Fantastic, and that is all the questions we have time for. Brilliantly answered, a great presentation. Michael Malkin from Cellgrid, give it up, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great stuff, Dankeschön. Okay, we're now going to move over to gorgeous Mexico for our next picture. The company is Delta Protect, and they simplify and automate cybersecurity and compliance for tech startups and SMEs. And I'm delighted to introduce to the stage their co-founder and CEO. Give it up for Santiago Fuentes!
Hi everyone, nice meeting you. My name is Santiago Fuentes and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Delta Protect, where we simplify and automate cybersecurity and compliance. The problem is huge. Since the pandemic started, cyber attacks have increased 400% worldwide. But the main problem is that startups and SMEs have a lack of knowledge, time, and economic resources to address cybersecurity threats and compliance on a continuous way. We started the company 4 years ago as a cybersecurity and compliance Mexican startup, providing accessible and friendly solutions for startups and SMEs. In the past 4 years, we have worked with over 150 companies, ranging from micro startups to unicorns in 15 different industries in 7 countries: Mexico, Chile, Colombia, Argentina, Venezuela, and Miami in the US. We created Apollo, an affordable and friendly B2B SaaS platform that helps companies automate and simplify their daily cybersecurity and compliance posture. What it does, we have 3 main axes. The first one is focusing into cybersecurity, automating vulnerability analysis in all of the tech stack of our customers and on their cloud. The second one, we're focusing on human risk, aware, train, and fish your employees in order for them to be more resilient. And the third one, focusing more into compliance. With Apollo, our platform, you can create, manage, and implement cybersecurity policies and manuals for complying with third-party requirements or any international framework. This is the 3 main axes we're covering with Delta. These are a few screenshots from our platform. We can cover that later. We're one of those rare companies that saves you both time and money. With Apollo, our platform, it's 6 times cheaper than having an in-house security team, and it's 3 times faster to achieve a cybersecurity framework and compliance. Our business model is super simple, an annual commitment with monthly or annual payments, Starter Plus, Basic, and Enterprise. Our traction, as I mentioned, we've been out in the market for 4 years, 150 customers. This year, we expect to have $2 million in annual recurrent revenue. We bootstrapped for the first 3 years. We have a CAGR of 150%. From an idea, now we're a team of 30 full-time employees. Beginning of last year, we raised a pre-seed round in order to build and launch Apollo. And right now, we're certifying in cybersecurity more than 2,000 employees of our users. Our team, cybersecurity experts, Juan Jose, our CTO, certified ethical hacker, Jorge and Lorenzo with more than 25 years of experience working in Latin America. We're raising our seed round. We're starting in July to fundraise. And well, why Delta Protect? Cybersecurity is a hot and growing industry. Regulation is increasing, not just in Latin America and in Mexico, where I'm from, but also in Europe. We know how to bootstrap, and we have proven ourselves to have a sustainable growth and profitability. Hackers don't care if there's an economic downturn. Threats and cyber attacks will continue. Cybersecurity and compliance is not a nice to have, it's a must have. And I'm excited to share with you our international expansion to Spain. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Muy bien. Gracias, amigo. Landed that plane right on time. We've got one question from, yes, thank you so much. If you could introduce yourself to the room.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Joel from Begin Capital. I was wondering, you're currently active in Latin America and you want to grow towards Europe. So cybersecurity is a very crowded market. What would be your one product feature that if you pitch me as a startup in Europe, why I should choose for you instead of the 20 other competitors?
Right now, super interesting question. And I would say there's a lot of competitors, not just here in Spain, but also in Europe. But I do believe as for startups, we truly understand their needs and their pains in terms of technology. With our platform, instead of using traditional cybersecurity solutions, we integrate to all of the tech stack, the APIs, if they're on Amazon Web Services, if all of your technology is automated on our platform to detect vulnerabilities.
Fabulous questionnaire, and that is all we have time for. A big round of applause, please, for Delta Protect. Thank you. Okay, and you see there exactly why these judges are here. Their questions are spot on. They absolutely fill in all the details if any was missing. Now we are going to move on to our next fabulous pitcher. They are from beautiful Spain, and this is a very intriguing company. The name is EarthPulse, and they provide satellite data analytics. They make it faster and easier for better decision making. That sounds great. We're delighted to welcome the CEO of EarthPulse. Please give it up for Laura Moreno. Thank you.
Hello, this is Laura Moreno, EarthPulse CEO. At EarthPulse, we provide satellite data analytics easier and faster than anyone. So why? climate change and financial risks that it's posing, it's exponentially rising. And the current methodologies aren't really enough. So we often think in huge events, but really small events like this one have a huge financial impact for its locals. There is, however, an untapped opportunity in satellite data, which is big, it's global, and it's completely unexploited. But how do you think that risk looks like from space? This is the same, flooding seen from space. And that's what we do. Satellite analytics made easy. We create pulses, which are indicators to score vulnerabilities, risk exposure, and also to calculate the impact. Fast mapping, really calculating fast. And so we do that with SPY. SPY is satellite processing by artificial intelligence, which has a custom model, data fusion, enables continuous learning. But SPY has also, like ChatGPT, AI in the query layer. So you can query to SPY, hey, how did flooding affect my schools during last year? And then you get it. And that's satellite analytics made really, really easy. So our market for the indicators, for the pulses, is insurance and utilities, because they are the ones digitalizing now really, really fast. But for SPY, there is also a growing market, the data analytic market, which is big now, but it's going to be huge in the next years. For the go-to-market, we are now gaining traction with the pulses in the insurance and utilities market with a SaaS model, B2B, and all outbound, and paving the way for SPY and its data analytic market with a product-led growth strategy. Our differentiation comes in usability, or better usability. We're going to be the most usable SaaS in the market, like a plug for satellite data analytics for experts and non-experts, for everyone. This is a team, myself as a CEO, which I'm EO expert, satellite data expert, and former European Space Agency staff, and Juan, which is the AI guy, that is my co-founder and CTO, and a wonderful team of data scientists, salespeople, financials, etc. Funded in 2020, we're wrapping now our first round, and we've always been a bit that positive. So if you have any doubt or want to talk to me because you're interested, please don't hesitate. Thanks a lot for your time.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Muchísimas gracias, Laura. That was great. Okay, we have a question already. Yes, my man. Thank you so much.
Hi, yes, Damien Balston from Connexo Ventures, GD Capital. So question really about the revenue. So just want to understand how can your revenue take off, because 6,000 euros in MRR is still fairly low for something that should be able to take off pretty quickly. And so then the competition behind that.
During the first years, we have been developing all the software, which is SPY, and selling just the indicators and gaining interaction with the indicators. Now, by the end of this year, we're going to put in the market SPY, which is a different product, and it's a software, as I said, product-led growth, with a very low ticket and a very big market. And so we hope, because we are already introduced in the channels, that thanks to SPY, we ramp up with the revenues.
Fabulous. A great question, a perfect answer, my dear friends. Please give it up one more time for Laura Moreno from EarthPulse. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, just a little reminder, share the love, share the excitement on social media. Tag South Summit, use the hashtag SouthSummit23. We're going to move immediately on for our next startup. Joining us from the UK, the company name is Flock.io, and it combines machine learning with blockchain to create a unique platform with privacy and interoperability. Please join me in welcoming to the stage the CEO of Flock.io, Jia Hao Sun. Thank you.
All right, my name is Jia Hao Sun, and CEO of Flock. So at Flock, the problem we're targeting is about data privacy. So we know due to regulation issues and also business competitions, it's hard to share data between different entities, right? I don't want to share mine with you, or because of my privacy, I don't share that, right? So that creates data silos. But we all know the fact that machine learning models can only be better if there are completeness of data that they can train on. That's why we have our solution, Flock. Flock is actually a pun. It's a combination of federated learning and blockchain, so Flock, right? So federated learning, as a term, it's an emerging technology in AI. It means that your data doesn't have to leave your entity, but we can still train a model together collaboratively. However, traditionally, if you heard of this term, Google did it before, right? It trained your typing habits and then collaboratively with all the machines, and they claim that they don't leak your privacy. But in this traditional way, you have to believe Google don't be the evil, right? How can we do that? I don't know. That's why we have blockchain in, so that we don't need to have this trustworthy third party. Everyone on the network consensusly form this distributed security. That's our solution. And we funded last year and raised $2 million USD, and also we input a lot in our research. We published our paper in New RIPS, which is the top AI conference without one of, and won the best workshop paper award last year. And we showed the decentralized federated learning is actually more efficient compared to the centralized way. And we call this research domain, guess what? Flock. Right. And also, we built our testnet on Ethereum, and we have our paid customers in healthcare for glucose monitoring, and also in DeFi, where we combine their real-life credit score to their own chain privately. And also now we're building a large language model fine-tuning platform where everyone can use their private data without leaking their private data to fine-tune a model that can be your private assistant, without worrying about your privacy. So yeah, and as a business, our charging model is simply by network fees, or in Web3 term, gas fees. And those gas fees will become rewards to people who provide data passively, and for those who contribute the computation, right? And as for our team, everyone's from Oxford, and even our investor holds a PhD in Oxford. So it's basically a proof that we do have that vision in this area for innovation. Oh, yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you. That's my pitch. And if you are interested, feel free to contact us for research, collaborations, business opportunities, or any strategic future together. Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic. Jiahao there, using every last second of those 3 minutes on the clock. Bonus points for the QR code. Absolutely brilliant. We have one question from our judges. Yes, my man. Thank you. Yeah, mic on, please, folks. Yeah, keep going. Good,
now.
Thank you.
Okay, this is Alex from Cash Capital Risk. Congrats for the pitch. I'm just curious about why do you decide to choose like blockchain to add the privacy layer instead of multi-party computation or differential privacy or other technologies that are also being used to provide this like security layer in all
to all the security layers, right?
Yes.
So there isn't. Essentially, there isn't a competition between different security layer protections, like people talking about ZK for machine learning as well. So what Flock did is a machine learning training framework, just like what maybe OpenAI did for reinforcement learning human loop, right? So they use that for evaluation. We use Flock as a framework for training in a decentralized way. So of course, when there comes to new technologies like ZK for machine learning or like other security layers, that's a bonus to our framework. We can add them on. So it's basically like a Lego. We welcome all the new technologies. Thank you.
Fabulous answer. One more time, give it up for Jiahao Sun from Flock.io. Wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. And a great question there, getting every bit of detail out of our fabulous pitches. Right, we are going to move on to pitcher number 8 from beautiful Spain. The company is Fossa Systems, and they provide global, cost-effective IoT connectivity solutions and satellites for all size of businesses. Sounds very, very intriguing. We're thrilled to welcome to the stage their CEO of Fossa Systems. Please welcome Julian Fernandez. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. My name is Julian Fernandez. I'm the CEO at Fossa Systems. So, currently over 80% of the world doesn't have any type of connectivity. Outside of urban areas like Madrid, where we obviously have 3G, 4G, GSM, there's a huge lack of connectivity for millions, hundreds of millions of IoT devices which are being deployed worldwide. Current satellite solutions, which can give connectivity in these regions, are very cost-ineffective and difficult to implement. Take, for example, Starlink, which is aimed at broadband applications. FOSSA is deploying a worldwide constellation of little satellites, picosatellites we call them. In fact, this is one of them I brought here. We currently have 13 of these in orbit. We launched this first one in 2019, and they're cell phone towers for IoT, which we place in orbit. With this, we can deliver cost-effective satellite connectivity to existing IoT devices for industrial applications worldwide. Take, for example, a container in the middle of the sea, which can interoperably connect to terrestrial networks and satellite networks. Excuse me. So our current markets are primarily in industrial applications. Primarily in industrial applications such as logistics, such as utilities, such as electricity distribution, water distribution, areas where there's a large distribution of infrastructure in large geographic areas. There you go. Seems like I'm having trouble here.
We advance the slide manually.
There you go.
There we are. Thank you. Thank you,
great.
God.
So very large corporates which usually have assets deployed worldwide. Regarding the business model which we're following, FOSSA Systems is distributing SaaS-type connectivity via these satellites. So we charge per message, per user which is connecting with this device, and we don't develop the devices ourselves. So we're interoperable with existing devices which are deployed worldwide. We deliver the SaaS connectivity at a pay-per-use model with the constellation as the centerpiece of our infrastructure. So regarding case studies and some of our customers, we've had around $1 million in revenues. We're primarily working with large corporates in agriculture and utilities and logistics, and also working into national security and defense. We were founded in 2020. We're currently a team of over 20 engineers with over 40% of women from all over the world, highly qualified employees, both in engineering and marketing and sales. So why FOSSA? We're an easy-to-use and integrate technology. We're delivering worldwide global connectivity. We have a portfolio of customers worldwide. We've been in pilot projects, but we'll now be deploying commercially starting in the next couple of months. We're actually launching 4 new satellites next week with SpaceX. And we're delivering this end-to-end solution to connect hundreds of millions of devices worldwide in these industrial applications. Thank you very much.
Wonderful stuff there, Julian. That was fascinating. And this is such a cool little device here. Do we have any questions for Julian or indeed the satellite? Any questions from the judges? That was a great pitch, even with technical issues. Yes, we have a question. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Paloma from Drag and Bake. Congratulations for the presentation. I would love to know how much satellites you can build in a media, more or less, and how much does it cost to implement those satellites into the area, let's say.
Great question, thanks. So we've sort of reinvented the way of building satellites. When you think of a satellite, you think of a huge device built by Airbus, built by Boeing. We're developing these a bit like a mobile phone, manufacturing hundreds of them at a time in a production chain, so costs have really gone down. We're using commercial off-the-shelf technology. Instead of paying millions for satellites, these are costing 10K, 20K, and we're able to manufacture dozens of them at a time. In fact, last year we manufactured over a dozen, 13 which we launched. Our plan is to get 80 into space by 2025. Thanks.
Fabulous question, great answer, great numbers. Thank you so much. Julian Fernandez from FOSSA Systems. Excellent, thank you. Bonus points for the IRL kind of prop on stage. It's great to see these things. Okay, we are now going to move on to our next picture from wonderful Germany, a country I've been to many, many times. The next picture is IoT Venture, and they connect mobile assets to the internet and bring your data into business. We're delighted to be joined by the co-founder of IoT Venture. Please give it up for Holger Trautmann. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Being an IoT company, we connect products to the internet and put our clients' data into business. So far, we do this very successfully. We have been awarded by Deloitte for being the fastest growing tech company in Germany over the last 4 years, reaching a revenue this year of about 18 million. How is this possible? From our point of view, it's possible because we tackle real emotional problems on 2 levels. First, you ask yourself, perhaps as an end consumer, where's my cat right now? Or how active and how healthy is my dog? Or you want to get your stolen e-bike back. Today, not possible because not connected to the internet. Companies, on the other hand, that manufacture or sell and rent or insure these assets, they want to know how their product is used. They want to get the data and derive new business. There we come into place and have an integrated solution. We have developed an own hardware, a GPS tracking device, utilizing latest technology, of course. We have an app. We have services around these connected things and assets, and we do the full customer support. And of course, we do the total data intelligence part. So we have an integrated, customized solution. We white label that, and we also have an own brand in the bike sector, which is called It's My Bike. So we get really the bikes back, and we track these dogs in these 2 verticals, pet tech and e-mobility. The total addressable market is, of course, huge, as you can imagine. I mean, only counting pets or dogs and cats and e-bikes sold per year, you get a huge number. If you multiply that with our business model, which is 50 euros in an average for the hardware and 45 subscription for connectivity services, everything that comes afterwards for 3 years, you come up with a total addressable market of 40 to 50 billion. What comes next? What's the next big thing on this next big thing stage? Is, of course, data. We are just at the beginning to utilize data. We create a huge data lake of proprietary data for our clients. We can combine that with public data. We can combine that with partner data. And we can use that for new services, as you can see, crash detection service. We can use that for urban planning, infrastructure planning, where should be a new road for e-bikes, etc. We can tackle health profiles for dogs, for instance. We can go into predictive maintenance and so on. We are becoming profitable this year, and we want to go for a Series A next year. These are the milestones, and we want to reach 100 million in 2026. Thank you.
Fantastic. Absolutely bang on time, my friend. Just brilliant. Just in time for one of our judges, perhaps, to come up with a searching question, or just a question you're personally interested in. Yes, my man, thank you so much. Okay, so this is the question.
Hi, Joel. I had a question concerning the monetizing of your B2C customer in the long term, because I think I saw it was 75 euros, the device, or maybe it's different, but how are you going to monetize them throughout, like, I would say 2-3 years? And what is the main competitor edge compared to, for example, an Apple Tech?
Our business model is to sell to B2B clients, and they have their profession in going for the B2C market then. They utilize different models. We are paid for the hardware, and afterwards we are paid monthly or yearly or even upfront for using the services and the connectivity. That's basically what we do. And we rely on our B2B customers that they are strong in finding the right business model to their end consumers. Our competitive edge is that we really customize for specific solutions. We really go for the service part, for the support part, for the data part. Some of our competitors that are not that much, but some of our competitors go more for the hardware part. We see the hardware more as an enabler for many, many new services in the ecosystem.
Fabulous. What a great question, a great answer as well. My dear friends, please give it up one more time for Holger Trautmann from IoT Venture.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Wonderful. You can see why the judges are here. The questions they ask are excellent, but they're also here to apply their incredible expertise and mark those finalists accordingly. They're sending their notes and their scores up into the cloud. And our very last picture right now is we're ending on a high. They are from beautiful Poland, a country I have ancestors in, believe it or not. And the tagline around Playgineering is a game changer in sports data and entertainment with new generation of AI-based player tracking. Sounds fabulous. My dear friends, please join me in giving a very warm welcome to the CEO of Playgineering. Please welcome Richard Fomratz. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Richard Fomratz, and I am CEO of Playgineering, the company that created this masterpiece of sports analytics that actually is based just on the insights from the team managers and the coaches about competing solutions where they lack precision and requires manual operation and have many other problems. But the biggest problem actually is they are extremely expensive because they require huge amount of super expensive hardware, 6 to 8 cabinets full with the servers, and that's because their limitation with raw video technology. Instead of that, we have invented our unique software where we are able to track just based on one single server in real time, and even more. Thanks to our 5G capabilities, we are the only sports tracking company in the world who can switch to 5G. So very soon, there will be no servers needed at all. So any team, any league, even the schools will be able to afford such a tracking and sports analytic technology, where we put 2 cameras above the field to track the players on the field, 4 cameras on the perimeter to track the numbers on the player jerseys, and then in less than 1 second, we put all those data together and provide valuable stats and analytics in real time for database decisions. We have even more like automated game filming without operators for 80% of the market still available and uncontested because none of our competitors are able to contest because they are focused only on 20% with rich leagues and teams that can afford their solutions. We are already in ice hockey, basketball, handball, soon in football, and it's extremely well-growing market with teams, leagues, municipalities, and venues that can subscribe for our solutions. The same with scouts and managers. We already well worked in events like World Ice Hockey Championship, France Handball Federation, and many, many more, and got great feedback. We have a great team with excellent background, and our CTO is actually AI superstar. And so let's work together. We are rising now, the pre-seed round, and let's just do the business together. Thank you very much.
Very good, very good. Thank you so much. Okay, that was Playgineering, but in exactly on time. And do we have any questions from our amazing panel of judges? This would be the last question of the connectivity and data competition, or it could be that all the questions were answered in that excellent presentation. That is a possibility. Going once, going twice. We have a question. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for the presentation. I was wondering if you could, Nacho from Adara here. Could you give us a bit more insight on the round that you're raising at the moment? What is the structure, the round size, and so on, please?
So we are raising 250,000 pre-seed round to be able to finalize with subscription part and the parts related to the cloud subscription to be able to open the scaling for the rest of the sports world.
Excellent stuff. What a great question to round things off. My dear friends, one more time, a big round of applause for Richard Fomratz and Playgineering.
Thank you.
Thank you.